I'm a conservative, and I am so sick and tired of conservative hypocrisy. So some clips have gone viral of Joe Rogan saying the N-word.
Saying the word you've already said D is just like saying.
And Mayor of New York, Eric Adams, saying the C word.
Every day in the police department, I kicked those crackers' ass, man. I was unbelievable in the police department.
And I'm gonna just talk about how these two things have been covered differently on the right. First, let's talk about the N-word.
And at the end of the day, to be honest, a word is a word. You got a freedom of speech. You can say the N-word all day long if you want to. It don't bother me because I don't care. Most real men, Joe, they don't care.
And here's how he responded when the mayor of New York said the C word.
Isn't this a racial slur against white people? And is this acceptable to be derogatory against white people with a racial slur, and you are now the mayor? This is the problem with trying to be down with the people. And I'm gonna talk like I'm in the hood, like y'all understand. Bro, this is clearly racism.
Yeah, that's just not consistent. There's another clip of Joe Rogan comparing black people in the hood to apes in the jungle. I'm gonna show you how this guy reacted.
You're gonna say something that's gonna sound really, really bad, right? It might sound racist for you to say, or you might make a joke that plays off of race, okay? But it's between you and your friends, right? You know you don't really mean any harm by it. It's just a way to laugh, okay? That is the way I interpreted that Joe Rogan clip. I took no offense to it whatsoever, okay? And in my opinion, it's nothing wrong with that. I hate a world in which everybody's so uptight that they just can't take a step back and just laugh, okay? Because, I mean, that ain't the first time the hood has been compared to, the jungle.
And here's how he reacted when the mayor of New York said a bad thing.
To me, that's very troubling, right? You're calling your colleagues, the white guys that you work with, you're calling them racial slurs, right? You're referring to them in a way that, to me, suggests that you have some racial biases, right? Specifically against white folks.
Yeah, that looks very different. Whoopi Goldberg has also come under fire by Ben Shapiro and conservatives on Fox News for saying that the Holocaust wasn't about race. Now, the funny thing is these very same people rushed to defend Joe Rogan when he used the N-word, but they want Whoopi Goldberg, I guess, to be canceled. Now, the Holocaust absolutely was about race since Hitler considered the Jews to be an inferior race. But I'm gonna kind of talk about maybe where she was coming from with that. So if we go back to Rwanda in the 1990s, the Hutsus and the Tutsis were two ethnic groups that had a civil war. One coming from a higher social class, one coming from a lower social class. Someone looking from the outside would be tempted to say that this is black on black crime. But the Rwandan genocide was about race. It was about ethnicity. And I think that's kind of where Whoopi was coming from when she said Hitler on the Jews isn't about race. On the outside, it looks like white on white, but technically they are two different ethnicities. And I think that it's kind of unfortunate that when someone says something inappropriate, we don't think about what they meant or a good place that they were coming from. The first thing we try to do is to shut them down. And I'm one who doesn't support cancel culture. I don't care if you're Joe Rogan. I don't care if you're Whoopi Goldberg. I just don't support it. So my take is that conservatives are just as hypocritical as liberals. Liberals want Roseanne Barr to be taken off the air, but they'll protect Whoopi Goldberg. Conservatives defend Joe Rogan, but they attack Eric Adams and Whoopi Goldberg as well. I think that it's just sad that everyone wants to pick a side. So all of this has made my head hurt. But like I said, it just showed me that no one really cares about free speech 100%. Both sides will align themselves with censorship when they hear things that they don't like.